and welcome to another Sonic Lab. Yes, look what I've got. It's the massive Arturia MatrixBrute. This is finally here. Just started shipping, I think, either side of Christmas, I don't remember which. And the guys at Source Distribution want to say thanks, Alex, has got us one. Sadly, it's come just before we go to NAMM, which is next week. And I'm not going to get time to review it because obviously this is a beast of a synth and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to do it justice. So as is traditional over some of the things that we review, I'm asking you to ask comments and questions below and I will try and cover those in the full review. But let's take a look at this thing. I mean, this is a monstrous synthesizer. It's absolutely massive. The box is over there. It weighs, well, it says on the side it weighs 19 kilograms. I guess the box is a couple of kilograms, but it's a chunky piece of beefy synth. So what do you get? I mean, I've got it sat down at the moment because it's easier for the camera to see over it. But basically we've got 3 VCOs, 2 kind of Arturia MtrixBrute type of VCOs, multi-wave, metalizer, all the usual stuff, and then a 3rd VCO which is also doubles as LFO3 because there are 2 LFOs, syncable, and this guy can be either. Adding to that, we've also got the little mixer. We've got 3 envelopes, which are ADSR types, all velocity sensitive. We can dial in the amounts with these faders. And we've also got a pair of filters which can run in series or parallel. Now these guys, this is the top one. This is the Steiner-Parker filter, which is something that you would recognize if you've got a Matrix or a Mini or a Micro Brute. And then we've got the second filter here. These are both multi-mode filters, by the way. This is a ladder filter, which is more of your kind of Moog style circuitry. You can run them in series or parallel, that kind of thing. But the star of the show, I think, really goes to the Matrix. The Matrix is the kind of thing that makes it unusual, and hence the name MatrixBrute. So quick look at the connections around the back. We've got MIDI in, out, through, a USB, always nice to see that. 3 pedal inputs, 2 expressions and 1 sustain, master gate and sync inputs and outputs, external processing input, and all of these lovely CV IOs which give us that extra functionality. There's a whole bunch of them in there. Finally, there's an insert point, master insert point, and a pair of outputs for a stereo output. Should mention we've got a little analog delay which can do things from just standard delays to chorus and flanger and a sort of reverby type of thing. We've also got a sequencer right here. But like I say, this is really the very interesting part of it. This is the matrix itself, which is a 16 by 16 matrix. In this mode, it's selecting presets. If I go to sequencer, I've got a 4-row sequencer, well, with I guess that's 64 steps. And then this way is the mod matrix. The mod matrix is clever. I can set up a routing and dial in the amount using this potentiometer here in positive and negative, and that is really cool. That makes it much more like a modular. Basically, it's like a pinball. I guess it's sort of, VCS3 style, but with all this programmability and recall. Obviously it is programmable. It's got a whole ton of presets in there, and it really is a very impressive machine. I mean, it feels like sort of the synth that I would love to have to show off to people when they came to my place. And like I say, I do like the Arturia sound. The Mini Brute and the Micro Brute I really like, very charismatic synthesizers. This is obviously a different thing because it's so massive. And the other thing I should mention, I've got it lying flat, but you press this button here, you lift it up, and you've got a little tab underneath that allows you to sort of click it into place at various points. I've got it down like this because obviously that's the way the camera can see it better. We should look over to this side as well. We've got our pitch and mod wheels. We've also got these 4 assignable controls, which are great for programming. So in this instance, if I take the filter up and I take hold off, this is affecting the speed of LFO1, which is affecting the clocking, and you can assign all of these again via the matrix here. So there's a lot of stuff to go. We've also, as we know, we've got a whole ton of CV IO, which we can actually bring in and out of the system, so we can interface it with modular stuff too that can incorporate sort of within the voice architecture effectively. I mean, it's really a very ambitious synthesizer. And, you know, as such, it's not a cheap affair. I mean, I think it's designed to be a big flagship kind of guy. I mean, you can run it also in 3-note paraphonic mode and also a split mode, which gives you duo and mono. And I'm not quite sure how this works out yet. I think it splits the filters and splits the envelope so that you get access to dedicated side of things. So anyway, what I'm going to do really, like I say, please, if you've got any questions about this, leave them in the comments below, and we will endeavour to get them in when we return from NAMM, because there's just no way I can do a synth like this justice in the time I've got, because I've got to pack my socks and all of those sort of things. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you out the other side, and I hope you enjoy this and the other review. See you next time.